Hello everyone and welcome to the Dividend Drip, the channel where we focus on building long-term passive income through dividends. In this first video I want to do three things. Show exactly how much I made last year from dividends, show you some of the businesses that paid me, and walk you through my dividend goals for 2026, including my projected income for this year. If you're interested in realistic, transparent, long-term dividend investing, especially if you're just starting out, you're in the right place. Let's get into it. So last year my total dividend income came to £127.72, and this is how it went month by month. We started in January with £5.08, and it took me until June to pass the £10 mark, bringing in £11.80. And then it took me until December to pass the £20 mark, bringing in £22.29. That breaks down to roughly £10.64 per month, or about 35p per day. Enough to buy one thread or per day. Now I know this isn't loads in the grand scheme of things, but for my first full year of investing, I'm really happy with it. And as you can see from the chart, it's steadily growing month by month. So let's go through some of the positions that paid me last year. First up is my biggest position, and that's the S&P 500, ticker symbol VUSA. I owed 52.63 shares, and this position paid me £26.79 in dividends last year. This position makes up around 46% of my portfolio. I am aiming to make this a bigger position in my portfolio. I'm aiming to get this to roughly 60% by the end of the year. So I will be buying this ETF every week. Another position which was one of my top payers was Realty Income. I owed 6.5 shares, and this position paid me £12.73 in dividends last year. Now this position is a much smaller proportion of the portfolio, making up only 2.5%. I have eased off buying this position as I want to focus more on dividend growth stocks, although it is still nice to get the monthly payment for them. And the final stock I'll show you today is my biggest single stock, and that's Visa. I owed 3.3 shares, and this position paid me £2.49 in dividends last year, with half that being in the last quarter alone, as I've been adding to it aggressively through the year. This position makes up 7.7% of my portfolio. So that's just a few positions that paid me. Overall, I try to stay diversified and focus on currently buying stocks which have a history of growing their dividends at a fast rate, ideally a double-digit rate. So a quick portfolio review. Right now, my total portfolio value sits at approximately £11,220. And as you can see from the chart, most of the churn we've had is from stock appreciation, which you still do get with dividend-paying stocks. And my portfolio is currently producing an average dividend yield of around 2%. But the most important thing for me is that income is growing every year, not just staying flat. Now let's talk about where I want this portfolio to go. By the end of 2026, my goal is to grow this portfolio to a value of £25,000, which is going to be a massive effort for me to reach. And it will require a good year in the market, which no one can guarantee, and me hitting some very ambitious monthly deposits. I am also aiming for a forward-looking annual dividend income of £500 for 2027. To meet these goals, like I mentioned before, I'm going to need a good year in the market, continue with my regular contributions, reinvesting all my dividends, and staying invested through market ups and downs. It is the breakdown for 2026 so far. £218.62 per year, which works out to be £18.22 per month and 60p a day, getting close to 2 threads a day now. And I know this isn't retirement money, but it's money I don't have to work for and will just continue to grow and compound over time. I'm showing these numbers to show my journey from the beginning and to show what's realistically possible for people starting close to zero. I'm just an average guy living an average life with an average wage. This channel will document my journey, wins, mistakes and everything in between, full transparency. If you found this useful, hit the like button and consider subscribing to follow the Dividend Drip journey, as I will be documenting everything on this channel with monthly videos and sometimes weekly updates. In the next video, I'll give you a full portfolio review going over all 34 positions I currently own, and how much they're due to pay me for 2026. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. This channel is for educational purposes only, not financial advice. Always do your own research.